Now he's past the 91 going into the Long Beach area. Going all the way across lanes. Let's see if he gets off here. He might. Nope, does not get off here, but looks like he's going to be taking Long Beach Boulevard. Exiting Long Beach now. Let's see which way he goes. He's taking that off ramp right behind that pickup truck. He's going to loop around, I think. It's going to go. Airship still overhead, lighting him up. He's going to come under us. That's okay. We're going to keep that shot as he comes right under us, and then he's going to continue on. That's okay. Just keep it flat and make the turn whenever you can. We're all by ourselves, right? Oh, that's too much. Just hang right here. He'll come right out from under us. There you go. Just hold here. Hold here. The camera's spinning. It's out your side, 1 o'clock. Here he goes right through an intersection here at a high rate of speeds now on surface streets. This is Long Beach Boulevard. He's southbound heading towards Long Beach. Approaching Del Amo. You can see those high speeds here. And here he goes right turn back towards the freeway. Oh, nope. He's going to make a U-turn. You can hang right here, dude. You don't have to move. And now he's going to go eastbound, hitting the gas there. Away from Long Beach Boulevard. North Long Beach currently, North Long Beach. Eastbound Del Amo. 5 seconds, ready to go. Yeah, keep it flat, dude, as much as you can. And Jack from Guild, do you guys have us? I'm not getting any response from NOC. We are into PV. We switched into PV. Yeah, the problem is we were shooting through the ball. He turned east and we're shooting through the ball. That was the problem. Got it. Say again. Are we still alone? Hey, turn up your audio, because yeah, that's better. Getting on the freeway. He's going to be westbound. We're good right here if you want to hold. Just keep her flat. And then just start going that way because he's going to hit it. Westbound 91 from Lakewood. Westbound 91 from Lakewood. Westbound 91 approaching the 710 freeway. It's going to be North Long Beach. North Long Beach. Live on Telemundo. Thank you. Might go to 710. Let's see what he does. Okay. Ready. Thank you. Northbound 710. But it is North Long Beach now. He's northbound on the 710. He was southbound on the 710 for a while, got off on surface streets, and now he's back on the 710 northbound at a high rate of speed, 130 to 140 miles an hour. The California Highway Patrol has been tracking this motorcycle driver. He's been all over the freeways. He's been on the 605. He's been on the 60 freeway. He's made it down the 710 and now back up the 710. Now coming out of the North Long Beach area back towards the Commerce area. But again, this motorcycle going at a high rate of speed. That was the initial want on the vehicle. They tried to make a stop on this motorcycle that was traveling at a high rate of speed on the 605 freeway. That's when he took off on the Highway Patrol and they went into pursuit. Now they're in tracking mode. The helicopter overhead lighting up the motorcycle as it continues here northbound 710. Approaching the 105 freeway, and he has been making some evasive moves, very dangerous moves, splitting lanes, weaving in and out of traffic at those high rates of speeds. He's passing cars like they're standing still, but again, he's continuing on the 710 northbound. Let's see what he does as he comes up to the 105 here. But again, light traffic right now on that northbound side. He had heavier traffic going on the southbound side, but it looks like he's making a transition here. Let's see, it's going to be 105 westbound on the 710. From the 710 onto the 105 now. Look at that, high rates of speeds. Continuing on here now, westbound heading towards into the Linwood area.
Gil, you said the original want on this was they wanted him for speeding, and he just took off, tried to pull him over?
Yeah, exactly, Colleen. He was wanted for excessive speeds on the 605 freeway. And then he continued out up into the onto the 60 freeway westbound towards downtown LA, ended up on the 710 southbound, made his way through East LA all the way down to the North Long Beach area. That's when he got off at Del Amo and was on surface streets for a short time at a high rate of speed as well. So again, the speeds are incredible out here, 140 miles an hour. They're tracking this motorcycle now for the past 20 minutes at least, but it's incredible to watch the speed here. He made it from the 710 and the 60 all the way down to Del Amo on the 710 within minutes.
You know what strikes me, Gil, as he goes flying by those cars, you know how nervous you can get when a motorcyclist comes by you just in regular traffic. Say you're going 55 or 60 miles an hour, and here you got somebody passing you at over 100 miles an hour, and that's why a pursuit like this is so dangerous for everybody on that freeway.
That is so true, Chuck. Look at the cars as he's passing by him. They're just a blur. It's unbelievable. This is one of the highest speed chases I've ever covered for sure. At this rate of speed, it's incredible that he's able to maintain his composure there. And you know that the decisions like he just made right there to change lanes are split-second decisions before he can very easily crash into the rear of a vehicle that's moving at regular speeds, and he's traveling twice the speed or more of the other vehicles that are on the road.
He's approaching LAX or getting close to it at this point, and the 110. Explain for our viewers, if you will, what the tracking mode is. There are no black and whites behind him at all, right? Or they're
yeah,
way back?
unfortunately, the black and white units had to back out of this early on because of the speed. They just could not keep up with this motorcycle. But the California Highway Patrol, as well as the Sheriff's Department helicopter, were tracking this motorcycle for some time, and they continued to track the motorcycle as he continues. Now, what that means is they give him some leeway here. They give him some thought about what he's doing. You know, there's no pressure from the rear from lights and sirens, so it gives this driver some time to think about, okay, do I really need to be doing this? Do I really need to be hitting these speeds? But again, this guy is desperate to get away. For what reasons, we don't know, other than you know, simple speed infraction, you know, that would have been a traffic violation, and that's it. But now he's wanted for failing to yield.
So once again, this motorcycle is heading north on the 710. Or did he just change again? Or he's on the 105?
Yeah, Chuck, he just transitioned from the 105 westbound to the northbound 110 freeway. Look at that move that he took to the shoulder of the road there as he swerved around that vehicle. Now we're going to go towards downtown LA on the 110 freeway.
All right, and you see in the other shot, we got two shots up there, one live feed and one of the tape feed, so you can see what he was doing when he was on surface streets as well. And
you know, it is dark out there. It's hard to tell, but just remind us, there is one person on this bike, right?
Yeah, Colleen, it looks like only one person on the vehicle. Oh, he hit a bump there. It almost threw him. You see him bounce off that seat there. But again, these speeds are incredible here on the 110 freeway. Now, there's way more traffic on the 110 than there was on the 710, so he's got that to contend with. The thing that's going to work for him is those the carpool lanes there that he's going to be able to jump on like he's doing right now. He's weaving in and out, so he may be able to take that as some relief as he approaches the downtown LA area and the 10 freeway, which is going to be more congested as we get closer and closer.
So, Gil, once again, give us an approximate location where he is now, and can you give us an approximate speed, gauging by what the helicopter is doing?
The speed is about 130 miles an hour, and he's just past Century Boulevard.
Okay.
I'm going to zoom out and give you a better perspective of the freeway for you.
Well, he'll be into downtown, or as you said, the 10 freeway really soon at the speed he's going. Once again, if you're just joining us, this is a freeway pursuit, a high-speed chase, really high-speed chase. This is a motorcycle doing at least 130 miles an hour. He's going northbound on the 110 freeway. The CHP and the Sheriff's Department have backed off. They're in tracking mode with their choppers at this point. Our chopper's overhead. But again, no black and whites behind him because they simply can't keep up.
Okay, now, so Gil, there's a chance we could lose him as he gets towards the overpasses here?
Yeah, he's coming up to passing, I think he's coming up to Slauson right now. He's moving so fast it's hard to keep track, but he's coming through Slauson now, and in a minute here we might lose him because of the overpass for the carpool lanes. And there you go. There's the bridge right there. So we're going to continue to try to track him as he passes underneath that, and we'll pick him up here when it comes back out. But again, that's one issue we're having right now in tracking. You can see the night sunlight there on the overpass, still tracking the vehicle, tracking that motorcycle. He's continuing on the freeway. We should see him pop out here in a minute. But again, this motorcycle traveling at such a high rate of speed that it's so difficult for not only the police to get into position to intercept, but also for us, you know, in the chopper, we're really, you know, have the gas to the pedal to the metal, I should say, and having trouble tracking him.
What does the traffic look like ahead? I mean, we're looking, the southbound looks pretty busy there, but the northbound looks reasonably clear for this hour of the night.
I don't know. Well, I'm sorry, Colleen. I'm talking with my pilot, Alex Street.
Oh,
you can see him here passing on the right-hand side of the shoulder. Yeah, the traffic is getting heavier. It is getting heavier at the 10 freeway. Again, that's because that generally happens in a transition to another freeway. But again, right now it's not too bad as far as traffic. Maybe light to moderate, I would call it right now. But as he passes now Jefferson, coming up to the 10 freeway shortly, he's going to have some decisions to make here as far as what freeway to take.
And once again, you can imagine drivers in other cars there on the freeway with this guy just shooting by them. We had some report on one of the scanners that you may be interested in that apparently one of the officers clocked him at 140 miles an hour. Not that there's that much of a difference between 130 and 140. It's still incredibly fast on a freeway.
That's right, Chuck. We did hear that call out, 140 miles an hour. You know, it started off about 110, then he went up as high as 140, and I thought, wow, that's unbelievable. And it was amazing that the helicopters were able to get into position to intercept him with the California Highway Patrol helicopter getting overhead and lighting him up and going into tracking mode. Just to give you an idea of some of the ground he's covered tonight, he went from the freeway to San Gabriel surface streets, then back to the 60 freeway near the 710. Then he got off at the Long Beach Boulevard area, North Long Beach, traveled on surface streets. He was going pretty fast there as well. Then got back on the 710 freeway to the 105. Now he's on the 110, headed northbound, moving into the downtown area. And once again, as you watch this, obviously one of the thoughts that goes through your mind is, what if this guy, or could be a woman there for all we know, slips, falls at that speed? It's not going to be pretty. Not pretty at all. In fact, here we go down through the downtown LA slot on the 710. On the 110 freeway from the 10. He's on the brakes here. He can get off on any of these streets here, but he's not going to do that, I don't think, at these rates of speeds. Now he's going to come up to the 101 freeway. He has that option to take the 101 either north or south, but he may stay on the 110 going up through the Dodger Stadium area and towards the 5. Let's see what he does here as he comes up to that, up to the 4-level interchange. Well, if he started out in the San Gabriel area, he's kind of making a rather large loop, but he's generally heading back in that direction. At least he's going north. He generally is, and you can see how he made that evasive move around that vehicle. It looks like he's making the transition road onto the 101. Let's see which way he goes. And it looks like he's going to go down south on the 101, maybe. Let's see here. Down through the buildings here downtown. Oh, it looks like he's getting off. This is Temple, I believe, he's getting off on. Yes, it is
Very
Temple.
Close
He's
to
going
the
to be going
LAPD
westbound,
right
keep
there.
it flat. Yep, now he's into the LAPD's jurisdiction right now. But again, at these rates of speeds, it's so difficult for the communication to go. He's at our 4 o'clock, and for the LAPD to get into position to intercept. And the other thing is, you know, what are they going to do once they intercept? They can't do a spike strip. They can't do a pit maneuver on this guy without endangering the rider himself. So a difficult case for the police to get involved in a pursuit like this, and all he's going to have to do is just hit the gas and back up to 100 miles an hour.
I would imagine, though, there are many more places to hide out in downtown L.A. than there would be on a freeway with 2 or 3 choppers overhead tracking you. We want to remind people this was initially a want for speed, and then now it's failure to yield and all of this. Do we know where he was originally stopped, Gil?
You know, I first heard about it at the 605 and the 60 freeway. That's when we first heard about it, heard about the pursuit. He was on the 605 for a time and then made his way onto that 60 freeway. So now, as he enters the surface streets here in downtown LA, he's going into the buildings. Yeah, and you're doing a great job. That's not easy to track somebody who's going in and out of streets in dark areas, under trees and whatnot like that, but you're doing a great job for us. We appreciate it. It appears that who's ever on this bike knows something about motorcycles. He certainly is experienced, that's for sure. Look at him come to a stop here. This is the first time we've seen him stop in this pursuit. He went from 140 to 0 here. Let's see what street he's on here as we zoom out. We have a minute to catch our breath here and see which way he's going. That's 3rd Street. He just made a left turn on 3rd Street. And I'll try to hear what the status is on this guy. We lost him under the bridge there. I believe that's the tunnel he went under, and so we're going to have to pick that up again. But
okay, is that?
I'm going to keep an eye on that.
You're right at 3rd Street. Is that right there in the heart of downtown we're looking at?
It certainly is. I'm just checking here to make sure he doesn't make a U-turn and come back out. But I'm trying. We lost him in that tunnel, and we're going to go. I'm going to have my pilot go to the east and try to pick it up here. A very difficult thing when he went in that tunnel to pick him up. And in fact, the airships overhead are having trouble trying to pick him back up again. So that might have been a strategic move on the part of the driver to take that tunnel and lose us all. It would be certainly more difficult to follow somebody on a motorcycle like that. You've got a lot more options than you would in a car, which is normally the case when we watch these pursuits. So he's down there somewhere. The question is where? Well, you have to imagine, too, that when they did pull him over, they have his plate, and they ran the plate if he had plates on the bike. So, you know what, Gil? We're going to keep you above the area here looking for him.
We have Fritz, who's been looking at some of our weather right now. He's, did you see him?
No, we haven't seen him pop out yet.
All right, so Fritz, we've got some big weather changes coming our way. So while you stay overhead looking at this, we're going to bring in Fritz to talk about the weather for the rest of the week. Fritz.
The freeway. Say again, Jack, say again. The eastern building, Copy, Jack, copy. I can't. Hey, I don't know if that's him. Let's see. No, I don't think so. That's us. Let me look at this guy here. Is this? Okay, that's not him. Let's do an orbit. Let's orbit around the whole area. We can do a fast orbit too. I don't mind the fast orbit. I got PD rolling code on a surface street. I think that's Broadway. That's CHP. Okay, live bump shot. 101. Ready. Now he's past the 91 going into the Long Beach area. Going all the way across the lanes to see if he gets off here. He might, no, does not get off here, but looks like he's going to be taking Long Beach Boulevard. Exiting Long Beach now. Let's see which way he goes. He's taking that off ramp right behind that pickup truck. He's going to loop around, I think. It's going to go. Airship still overhead, lighting him up. He's going to come under us. That's okay. We're going to keep that shot as he comes right under us, and then he's going to continue on. That's okay. Just keep it flat and make the turn whenever you can. We're all by ourselves, right? Oh, that's too much. Just hang right here. He'll come right out from under us. There you go. Just hold here. Hold here. The camera's spinning. It's out your side, 1 o'clock. Here he goes right through an intersection here at a high rate of speeds now on surface streets. This is Long Beach Boulevard. He's southbound heading towards Long Beach. Approaching Del Amo. You can see those high speeds here. And here he goes, right turn back towards the freeway. Oh, nope, he's going to make a U-turn. You can hang right here, dude. You don't have to move. And now he's going to go eastbound, hitting the gas there, away from Long Beach Boulevard. North Long Beach currently, North Long Beach. Eastbound Del Amo. 5 seconds, ready to go. Yeah, keep it flat, dude, as much as you can. And Jack from Gill, do you guys have us? I'm not getting any response from NOC. We are into PV. We switched into PV. Yeah, the problem is we were shooting through the ball. He turned east and we're shooting through the ball. That was the problem. Got it. Say again. Are we still alone? Hey, turn up your audio, because yeah, that's better. Getting on the freeway. He's going to be westbound. We're good right here if you want to hold. Just keep her flat. And then just start going that way, because he's going to hit it. Westbound 91 from Lakewood. Westbound 91 from Lakewood. Westbound 91 approaching the 710 freeway. It's going to be North Long Beach. North Long Beach. Live on Telemundo. Thank you. Might go to 710. Let's see what he does. Okay. Ready. Thank you. Northbound 710. So it is North Long Beach. Now he's northbound on the 710. He was southbound on the 710 for a while, got off on surface streets, and now he's back on the 710 northbound at a high rate of speed, 130 to 140 miles an hour. The California Highway Patrol has been tracking this motorcycle driver. He's been all over the freeways. He's been on the 605. He's been on the 60 freeway. He's made it down the 710 and now back up the 710. Now coming out of the North Long Beach area back towards the Commerce area. But again, this motorcycle going at a high rate of speed. That was the initial want on the vehicle. They tried to make a stop on this motorcycle that was